By the time he'll have either. Well, that is true. He may invent a device that will change my diaper, but that's also a tad scary because knowing him, it will do horrible things to me. Let's see. Yeah, the gravestone is, I don't remember who came up with the idea for the gravestone, but it seemed like a real simple way to end the monsters. Okay, we have moved. Oh, shit. What did I do? Oh, no. Okay, apparently I split screen my screen. So, let us continue on. Got to get back to where we were. It's funny because as I play, and I'm only playing online. I haven't been playing offline except for just trying to get the system to work. But as I play, I'm getting more used to the controls again, and that's good. So because we're playing through these levels here a second time, they seem to be a whole lot easier for me than they originally were. I'm also remembering where more stuff is, which is always good. Let's go over here. Eric? I always remember the Monty Python thing. Eric? Oops. And that's because you're dumb, Joe. Hoop-a-doop-boop. I'm going to do my best not to die repeatedly in this. Doing my best does not mean it's not going to happen, though. Let's see. Did I miss anything over here? Sorry, I'm checking. What is the earliest video game memory? My earliest video game memory is when Asteroids got delivered to the arcade near my house in San Juan Capistrano in California. That's my earliest video game memory. That is my toy. That is the one I will play forever. But I remember when Asteroids was delivered, and I know it was before Star Wars came out. So I remember Star Wars because my friend Steve Tomlin and I, Steve Tomlin had a 125 motorcycle, and he little trials bike, and he had I rode on the back from Dana Point. We rode up to Newport Beach to Big Newport movie theater and watched Star Wars, sitting in the front row because it was 1,200 seat theater, packed, and we had to sit in the front row. So Darth Vader was literally like 40 feet tall in front of me. God, I love that movie the first time. Oh, and Han shot first. So people had asked about yesterday about remakes and stuff like that and enhanced things. I think that I'm not a big fan of the remakes of Star Wars, the expanded editions. I'm just not a fan of it. The reason why is I think the graphic stuff is all good and all that kind of stuff. And someday I'll tell you when we get up to that part, I'll tell you the story of how when I met George Lucas and all that kind of stuff. It was like, he's a really nice guy and he didn't kill me, so that was good. But yeah, because we had I'm not gonna tell that story now. I'll tell that story later. Make you come back. If I tell you everything today, then I won't have anything to talk about tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Some stuff here. Mine was yelling across the house asking how to spell words. Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah. What does that word mean? That was something that went away quick. I actually like Leisure Suit Larry a little bit, but I also liked Day of the Tentacle. Tell us again what you did in this game and what was experience like. Well, like I was saying the other day, in this game, my job was to, well, let's start at the beginning. I was hired for Rock and Roll Racing. They put Rock and Roll Racing on hold, and the whole company moved over to making this game. When every little piece of the background, all the tiles, all the everything for every single level, I laid out every single level by hand in a program called CED, which was written by Mike Morheim. And the thing about each level is every level could only have 124 8x8 cells of in it in order for the Nintendo to be able to play it. So if you look at, let me see if I can find just a single square. Okay, so well, I'll use these blocks. So you see these blocks? These blocks are 48 by 48s, or sorry, 16 by 16s. And what they are is they're 4 separate 8 by 8 squares put together to make a single 16 by 16 block. That each of these tiles, the blue tiles, why am I pointing? I'm pointing at my screen so you can see me pointing at my screen. That's funny. I'm a nerd. I'm an idiot. Okay, so each of those is made up of several 8 by 8s. But you could only have 1,024 8 by 8s in the whole level. So all of those, laying all those out and cleaning them up. So like I would get it down to 1,024 cells. The level would look great. And then Sam would come up and like push a whole bunch of art to me to put in. And now we're at 4,000 8 by 8s. So I'm like, oh my God, kill me. So then I'd have to whittle that down and incorporate his artwork with the existing artwork until we got to the point to where we were back down to 1024. But all the backgrounds in here I laid out. The monsters, I did most of the animations for the monsters because Sam was was new to computers and stuff like that. So at some point, I know he's talked about it before, but he always thanks me for teaching him computers because he could draw anything, still can. The guy's an amazing artist, but he had never used computers before he had come to Silicon and Synapse then, which is who we were when these were made. But so all the layouts, all the backgrounds, a lot of level design. Back then, everybody in Blizzard did absolutely everything. Oh no, not this again. For those of you that were watching the other day, I had one hell of a time with this particular double jumping here. So I'm going to try not to die 1,000 times because this guy will kill me. So I have to do quick jumping. So yeah, so I did all the layouts, did for every single level. When we get to the Sega one, which is, where did I put it? So here's the Sega version, which we will get to after we get through all the Super Nintendo ones, because Super Nintendo came first. There are, I believe it's 4 extra levels. I'm trying to remember if we used all 4, if we just did 2, but there's extra levels in the Sega one that I did all the layouts for, did a lot of design for, as well as did all the scripting for. So one of the things that we had done, that the programmers had done, is they wrote a scripting system for Super Nintendo, because as we talked about before, is most of the manuals that we had got from Nintendo were in Japanese, so they had to like translate those and try to figure them out. So they wrote a scripting system for the Super Nintendo for us so that we could do things. So Pat Wyatt was teaching me that so that I could do the levels for the Sega so that the other programmers could be freed up to work on other things. Now I'm going to try to do this double jump. I'm going to try not to die 1,000 times like I did last time. He is full. Okay, let's go. Come on. Ah, yes. Made it the first time. Ah, God, I'd love to drop the bomb on him. Oh, wait, no. Let's do this. We're going to... Bloop. Jump, Eric, jump. Okay, ha! We made it the first time. Yeah, we're definitely getting through this one faster than we did before. That tells you just how out of Super Nintendo playing shape I was in when we started on Monday. Well, it's coming back. It's coming back to me. Don't get me wrong. I was never really good at it in the first place. Not compared to the other guys. The other guys in the office, they were raised on with Nintendos and stuff like that. I was already old. We have made it to the exit. Boop doop boop boo. Come along, get happy. If I bash one more wall right now, my head will explode. I got dibs on his helmet. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Okay, but I get his boots. It's great to have such good friends.